So one of the risks involved if you're purely going to go out there and work with a service provider is turnover, just like any business. How do you know that someone else that comes on to replace that individual has the whole story, has the history of what's been going on with you as a sponsor? One of the things that we can provide here at TrialScope is not only do we have skilled professionals to actually author the disclosures, we also have a validated portal that we can pair that with that's going to tell that story. Version trails, audit trails, who touched that study and when. So people move on, people leave, but you're always going to have that one source where you can come back, you can see where that record went to, both prospectively and retrospectively, and really, be able to tell that story very easily. So when it comes to reporting, again, doing things manually, just by human nature, it doesn't matter how good you are, there's going to be errors, there's going to be issues. So you got to watch out for that. When it comes to using our service providers coupled with our disclosure management platform, we built in those safeguards into the software. So it's going to give you hints, it's going to make sure that the data is been reviewed, it's been approved, it's in a solid state so it can be shared with the outside world or wherever you need to share it. It's just not possible if you're doing that manually, outside a system. And if you are, the time that goes into that, which will probably end up costing you, is immense because there's a lot of quality checks that have to go into that. Another thing that happens, just like with all projects working with service providers, you think you have a set scope, and then what do you know? There's a requirement that just comes out of nowhere that you weren't thinking of, or it wasn't described to you up front. Again, having a solution that can actually assess each one of your studies for all the requirements that you're going to have for that study, whether it's disclosing to CT Gov, for example, or wow, I need to redact a CSR for this study. Being able to have all those items laid out and scoped on a study-by-study basis using the intelligence in our platform really limits those surprises.